July 2025. I've heard some crazy stuff with this. I don't know much about it. Something about Pyramid's been nerfed. Something about Deja Vu got buffed or something. I see it there, which is strange. It's like one of the most used perks. Let's just see. I can see Fog Vial, which I'm assuming is that thing that people were saying might be put in, where it creates that fog thing, but they probably buffed it even further. So anyway, I'm just speculating. So 9.1.0 updates and approaching. Let's dive into notable gameplay, blah, blah, blah. So it won't, well, maybe it will. Is it going to talk about phase 2 stuff? I don't know. Maybe. I don't think it is because you guys would have told me. No, it's not gonna. But let's see. So a new item for the survivors. So a new equipable item. Its effects include, so using a fog vial, so that's what it's called, causes a fog cloud to expand outward from the point where it was used, dissipating after a set time. Scratch marks will not spawn in the fog cloud. Audio is muffled. And the auras of players within a fog cloud cannot be read by other players. Who cares? Who cares if other players can't read it? Is that the negative? Oh no, other players can't see your aura. What? The fog vial has a cooled. Oh my god! You can use it more than once. You can use it more than once. It's a rechargeable. Just disappear. What? Okay. That's gonna be broken as shit if they make it strong. And it's going to be completely pointless if they don't. So it's one of them add-ons. Either it's just a free disappear and the killer can't do anything about it, or it's the killer still follows you, so there's no point of it. It's lose-lose. Bad design. I guess we'll see. The Fog Vial specializes in... I can't believe they can use it more than once. That's crazy. They can use it more than once. I wonder how many times they can use it. It all depends how good it is, though. If it's not good, it doesn't matter. But it says that you can't hear the audio, and you can't see scratch marks. Wait, you could use this when a killer's actually zoned you. You can use all the really strong loops, and then finally, when they've pushed you into a zone, now you can get out of it, right? Players, not survivors. So, oh, okay, so it's Yeah. It says players, so yeah, it's mainly the so it's all just pluses then, isn't it? You know, plus. It's all pluses. Killer Instinct should still work. I don't know how you'd get that. Very specific. Maybe when you're the Dark Lord in wolf form or something. Anyway, insane. I mean, we knew it would be because they want people to use it. Remember, that's why they're buffing keys and maps as well, which will have a fucking look. Holy shit. Anyway, it specializes in creating confusion and breaking line of sight. When it's activated, this fog obscures your surroundings while still allowing for limited visibility within your immediate vicinity. By moving to a single recharging you, survivors can use the fog vial multiple times, man. How many times? 3? And don't have to be so quite precious about saving charges, letting them be more in the moment with their vial uses. Insane. Devs, you know how, like... Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. Unlimited, well, not well, yeah, kind of unlimited. Rechargeable use, kind of fog disappear, and that's not even added onto your perks, and then soon to be unbreakable, like base, DS on base, or whatever they're fucking doing, right? But, you know, killer favored game and all that, right? Devs are so killer bias. All right, let's see. Keys. Changed item charges to refer to individual uses of item rather than overall time it can be used for. Item charges to refer to individual uses of them rather than the overall time. Oh, wow. Okay. So what that's basically saying is usually when you, like, you had a whole bar, and then when you press the button in, it go down from the bar, and then once you've gone all the way to the bottom, you can't press the button anymore. But what this is saying is it has charges. So let's say you have like 5 charges. When you press the button, it just stays on forever, right? I think it just stays on forever. So it didn't even like a thing what goes down. It's just like you use a charge. So as long as you're keeping hold of it, you have that forever. And then when you let go, now you've lost that one charge and now you've got 4 more, right? So that's it already from what I'm getting. So that's already, even with just default keys, that's a massive buff just to default keys, but probably adding more, even more, right? Clown nerfs, fucking hell, guys. Super killer bias. Super killer bias game. Let's see. Channel the key to consume 1 charge. Yeah, that's what I said. And reveal survivor's aura for a limited time. Okay, so it's not unlimited. It is limited. We don't know how long. Okay, I wonder how long the time is then. So is it a specific limited time? Oh, shit. No way. Can you press the button? And I'll read more and it might get me wrong, but I just like giving ideas of what direction they could potentially go and see if I'm right. Can you press the button and now you can just play like just normal Survivor at the loop and you don't need to concentrate that you've got the key, but you just get all the benefits from it? Holy fuck. So if you're at a loop, you just press it once and then you could just see the killer and you could just play the loop. You don't need to concentrate on keeping the button down. You can vault and you can drop pallets. Like what dude, mouse one killers are so fucked this next patch. Especially when they start adding the anti-tunnel camp and slug. Like I just don't know what they're gonna do. When near a closed hatch, consume 1 charge to unlock it. Wow. Okay. So they still like the hatch. I hate the hatch idea. Consume 1 charge to quickly unlock a chest. And gain an item of... What the fuck? You get better items from chests with it as well? How many charges? They don't say. Once the chest has been unlocked with a key, it's revealed to nearby survivors. Why? I guess for them to get the item. It can be rummaged by 1 survivor to gain an additional item of rare rarity. What the fuck? So if you bring a key in, there's a chance that people are going to be getting brand new parts and insta-heals and shit. Does it do the aura? Is it more about this and not aura? Because I mentioned aura. Adjusted the effects of individual item rarities and several add-ons. Is it going to show the aura anymore, though, guys? Or is it more about just giving really good items? Because it's not talking about the add-ons it has as well. It does say add-ons here. But, like, what about the aura one? Keys stood out as the least used survivor item and were typically outclassed by other options because they're so much stronger. You know when Killer has strong things, devs, and you nerf the fuck out of them, so they move to other stuff? You could have done that with this as well, but you're super survivor bias, so instead of nerfing it, you just buff everything else, right? Killer, nerf everything, so they have to move to other stuff. Survivor, buff everything, so now they have more options, right? That's what I say. Keeps out of the least used survivor items, typically outclassed other options. We've reworked them to offer a wide range of unity and tap into players yearning for higher rarity items. Yeah, insta-heals, which are fucking broken. Now the charge system is easy to track. Think of it as uses rather than use time, yeah. And the aura reading capabilities of keys are improved. Fuck! They've got the aura too. Oh my god, so they're going to be unlocking chests, getting rare items and insta-heals, and they have the aura, and you don't need to keep hold, I'm assuming. So they get aura around any loop, and can vault and put pallets down, and still have aura. How are you going to mind game that? That's wall hacks. That's wall... That's wall hacks. Fuck me. Let's see. Aura reading capabilities improved, while also adding some team-wide utility as well. In addition to making it easier for the equipped player to get the quality items from chests, keys also extend the opportunity to single teammate. Yeah. Stay tuned for the patch notes for details on key and map item rarity and add-ons. fucking hell. We're hardly anywhere in, and this is just fucking insane. And we're not even talking about phase 2 stuff yet. This is fucking insane. I told you it's mask off moment for the devs. It's complete mask off right now. It blows my mind that people say that the devs are killer bias. It fucking blows my mind, and it shows you the power of tribalism. It shows you the power of tribalism. If the majority say something and they're in the biggest tribe, it is true, no matter how objectively wrong it is. It is fucking insane. Maps. Changed item charges to refer to individual users. So once again, it's doing the individual users, so you get even more use of it rather than the overall time. Adjusted the uses of the item to cover the following. So channel the map to consume one. How many charges? It's not telling us how many charges. What happens if it's fucking 100 charges? Like, it does this matters. You could tell us. You could just tell us how many charges so we get a bit of an idea. It could be 2 charges. It won't be. But 2 charges would be trash. But it could be 100 charges, which would be broken. You know, like, how many charges is it? 5, 10, 20? I don't know how many charges this is. Anyway, so channel the maps to one charge and reveal nearby pallet and vault auras to yourself for a limited time. So windows of opportunity without using the perk. That means that survivors, if they are given DS, Unbreakable, and what else is there? There's camping. Maybe no, they have deliverance. Fucking hell. They have deliverance. Deliverance when the kill's close. I'm just adding all perks. So they have 4 perks at base. Then they have borrowed time, a weaker version of babysitter with a 10% speed up. They have deliverance if you're close. This is going to be windows if you use a map. So they get 8 perks at base. Possibly soon Unbreakable and Tenacity. So 10. And then maybe DS for anti-tunnel. So 11, or maybe off the record. 11, 12, whatever. So they're getting like 10, 11 perks at base, and there's 4 of them. Oh, for me. While auras are revealed, press the use item button again to create a beam of light only visible to survivors, revealing the auras of generators within the beam's range to all survivors. That's not as crazy. The Windows one's a strong one. It is still good though, you know, showing everyone where the gens are. I wonder if it'll show like the... Oh my god, I just thought of something it could do. You could have it where when you do the beam of light thing and it shows all the auras, it could show the intensity of what gen, you know, what the gen progress is on, and have that as an add-on for the map. So one of the add-ons, it shows the intensity. That'd be fucking insane, because then the whole team will know exactly what gen's the closest to be being done, and obviously tunnel that objective. I can definitely see that. Fucking hell. All the intensity of the fucking gens, man. How much endurance they have. So mid-MMR survivors complained, and now high MMRs. Yep. That's kind of what's going to happen, Sleep. And also the weaker killers are going to become pretty much unviable, aren't they? But yeah, devs mask off moment, as I said. Let's see if they carry on with this. I think it's full mask off though, so I think they're going to go insane. Similar to keys, maps stood out as underutilized item because the other items are too powerful, devs. Insta heals, they're literally broken. Like 4 insta heals. It's absolutely insane. With this change, maps retain the spirit of giving players an awareness of their surroundings, making their effects more consistent, and extending some values to teammates. Now there's no need to track objects before they show up. I still think this is going to be the most powerful thing, though. It's basically just disappear from the... Like, you doing this just one time in a game can make the killer, like, lose the whole game. Like, let me put a scenario, right? You go full map, right? You found someone, but all of the 3 survivors are at the other side of the map. You don't know, because you've gone full map and they've kind of moved to the other side. You go full map, you go for a bit of a chase. They're actually quite a good survivor. You're a weak killer. You're a mouse 1 killer, right? So they're actually a good survivor. You're a weak killer. You know, break a few pallets here. You get the little, like, nice hit because they made a little mistake. You get another pallet. Now you finally put them into a dead zone. They use the Fog Vial, disappear. You've wasted about 2 minutes. Like, let's say, like 1.5, 2 minutes over here. All these have been doing the gens over here. You need to, like, literally walk all the way back away from them because you can't find them again. You've lost the game pretty much off that because you've wasted probably about 3 gens popping and you haven't even got a hook. So that's what can happen with that. And that's just one usage. Imagine a fucking 4-man Swift with this. How annoying is that going to be? Four survivors running around you throwing fucking fog. You think that's going to be fun? Fun for them. But you think 4 survivors running around you as you're chasing someone, putting fog down and just loot. Oh my god, it's going to be fucking well annoying. It's going to be fucking well annoying. Anyway. So that's that. Preset improvements. Increase total number of character customization presets to 7. Notice how it shows Survivor, but this is Killer and Survivor, correct? But it's only showing Survivor. Increase the number of loadout presents to 7, and added the ability to change preset names. Okay, it's like quality of life. Keyboard and mouse on consoles. Added mouse and keyboard support for following platforms. Did it not have that? Feature not available on the PTB as it's on a platform. Yeah, that makes sense. Did they not have that? That's going to help console players. As I said, there'll be no one playing Killer on console who can play at the same level as someone on mouse and keyboard. They won't be able to get to that same level. They get 360'd. You're not going to win a good team if you're getting 360'd. It's too much waste of time. Custom match improvements. Added a hotkey input to... Oh, this is like for the comp scene, right? Let's see. Added hotkey inputs to custom game spectating to switch to the kill's perspective. It's crazy they didn't even have that. I ain't even looked what they've got there. Added spectator hotkey representation next to the player's portraits to improve usability. I mean, yeah, just loads of quality of life stuff. Stuff that should have probably been in ages ago. Just looking at this, it just seems like common sense stuff. Visual indicators show spectators who they're viewing. I mean, it's just obvious, isn't it? Shows dead survivor icons if joining as a spectator after getting sacrificed. Right, yeah, it's just that almost sounds like a bug. Cage's got nerfed. Stop spoiling. Unless you just read it here. Increased punishment at the damned range. So, in the devs' fashion, what they do with Killer is they try and make it look good, but it isn't, right? So, let's see if they do this again. So, they've increased the punishment of the damned range. Wow, that sounds really good. It'll be lower than the current range we're using with both add-ons. And if you use both add-ons, it'll be the exact same as the current. So nothing will change. See if I'm right. Increase the duration of rights of judgment, trail, drawing, and trail a lifetime. That's all right. That's all right. It's not really going to change much because it already was all right. But I mean, sure, that is a full-on buff. It's meaningless, but it is a buff. Decrease the rights of judgment's movement speed. That's a massive nerf. And how much by? That's a massive nerf and how much by? This is like a fake pseudo buff. It's not going to do anything. This is actually going to do something. This makes you slower. This makes them have more counterplay. It gives them more shift W. Like, fuck me. I can see through this shit because I've played this game so long, so I can see what actual pseudo nerfs are and pseudo buffs are and real nerfs are and real buffs are. It's so see-through. Added haste and endurance effects to survivors saved from cages. Right. So massive nerf to his cages. That was one of his strongest things. Added input buffering to transit. Oh my god, that's a massive nerf as well. They've already done this. They've done it. They're doing a bigger input buffer. Yikes! They already did this. This is very dangerous territory. So if you don't know what this means, it means that if you've played Pyramid, when you go down ready, and you're already moving slower now, by the way, right? So you when you go into your anti-loop position, you're already moving slower, as they say here. They don't say about how much, but you're moving slower. Massive nerf. That's like one of the biggest nerfs you can give to an anti-loop. It's like Dredge, for example, when he puts a clone out, making him go slower. It's a massive nerf. That's one of the biggest nerfs he has. I'd say this is the biggest nerf he has, and then this is possibly the second. Or this might be the second, actually. Wait, but basically, when you go down with the blade, The buffer is when you let go of the blade, and then when you go back into normal movement. The bigger the buffer, the longer it takes for you to go back to normal. So massive nerf to his anti-loop again. We don't know how much, it won't say, but yep, they've made more of a buffer, right? So yeah. Unless I'm getting that wrong. Tell me if I'm getting this wrong. Because it says input buffering. So it could mean something different, but I'm pretty sure it's that. The cage sounds like they incorporated a lot of the hook behavior on the cage, which is likely to allow DS as well. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Input buffers are supposed to be buffs. Why would that be a buff? Input buffering. It's between the special attack and the trail. I'd have to see. This one will put a question mark. I'll take it back what I said there, because I'm not 100% understanding the wording. From what I got from it is they've made it where there's more of a buffer from the transitions, and a longer buffer, or just because it says there is a buffer now. It just means that it takes longer to get from one to the other, I thought. Hold a key before the ability actually happens. It'll go off as soon as it's ready. We'll have to see. Put a question mark on this one. I'll take that one back. But I know that this is fucking horrific. This is the worst thing. This is like, you can't misread this. You know what this is. This is, you are slower. Like this is just an outright nerf to his anti-loop. And then obviously this is an outright nerf to his cages. Begin caging or killing a survivor when the prompt is available. Yeah, see, he's talking about the input buffer. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that. Wait, maybe I'll say here. We've heard your feedback, survivors, that the execution add-ons could use more variety. Right. Reworked his add-ons. Okay, we'll see what the add-ons are. Range shouldn't feel like it's the only viable option. Agree. So you should put that at base, which you won't. You'll put it lower, like you always do. But you should put the exact range that it's on at base, but you won't. And then we can actually try other add-ons, which you've reworked, and that would actually be a nice thing you've done for Killer. You won't do it. It'll be lower, the range. See if I'm right. They always do it. In addition to making range increase base kit, we've reworked his add-ons to introduce more interesting options, like adjusting the speed of punishment of the damned. Oh, that's why they nerfed it. They nerfed his speed with the rights of judgment because they've got an add-on for the rights of judgment. So you're going to have to use that instead to get back to his normal movement speed. So potentially you're going to have a lower range, but you're essentially using another add-on to get back to the normal speed, maybe. It says spread. No. This is the punishment. This is your attack. This gave me an idea of what they're going to do with another add-on they're not talking about, i.e. Talking about the movement speed of rights of judgment. This is when you attack. It's going to make, yeah, as you said, the spread wider. Triggering effects on misses. Oh, making them scream when you miss them. Right. Are you doing that, Devs? Are you giving us an add-on where they scream when you miss them? Because I think you are. Because you want to make us use other add-ons, right? Maybe aura when you miss them? Maybe aura when you miss them. Might not be too bad if it's aura when you miss them, right? Because he is quite aura-centric. Outside these changes, keep an eye on the patch notes for add-ons on details. We made some quality of life adjustments and slightly reduced his zoning potential. What?
You get to come out and
Jesse with a 10 bloody memberships on YouTube out of nowhere, man. Out of bloody nowhere. Or a read on miss. Yeah, see, you were thinking the same as me. Wait. Quality of life adjustments usually means for survivor, by the way. It's not usually for killer. Slightly reduced his zoning potential.
You get to come out and
are they referring to nerfing his movement speed when he's doing the trails?
You get to come out and
what do you think? What do they mean by that? Do you think they're referring to this?
Subhype, you get
I think they're referring to that.
Welcome to the community.
God, I wonder how much they nerfed it. They nerfed this before as well, didn't they? Yeah, they did. They've nerfed this twice now.
You get Kit Kat Mod and
that's crazy.
Welcome to the community. Subhype, you get Kit Kat Mod and
okay, well, yeah, he looks weaker. He looks weaker. We'll have to see what the add-ons do. He's going to be super add-on reliant like usual killers.
You get Kit Kat
The
Mod
spread
and
being wider
to the community.
could be quite good. It might actually create some like uncountable places, which is a bit weird. Depending on, you know, the how big the spread is. I don't know, it's a bit strange. But whatever. So increased movement speed while reloading a bottle. Again, how much? Like, is it 0.2? Because it's like, what is the current one? It's like super, super slow, so it doesn't matter. Once again. Like, what is the current one? Does anyone know? Like, his 4.6, what does he go to when he's reloading? Like 3. It goes really slow. So if they had like 0.2, it won't do fuck all placebo again. Yeah, 3.2. Yeah. If it just goes to like 3.2, 3.4 or 3.6, it's just not going to do anything. It's too minor. Decreased bottle reload time. That could be all right. That could be all right. But once again, they might just use the a bit worse than the current one from add-on and then get rid of the add-on.
True.
So it's worse.
Been here since 2020, thought I should give some love.
Thank you, Jesse. Appreciate you, mate. 10 bloody $1 super as well. Adjusted the effects of the yellow bottles. So increase the haste effect. Okay, buff. Increase the distance and speed that the smoke spreads to. Okay, and the activation speed. So it looks like they've buffed Invig. Oh, but they've nerfed. They've nerfed Hinder. And how much? They don't tell you. They don't tell you. Why have they nerfed Hinder? Added input buffering to charging a bottle. Oh, say it again. Input. I don't know what they mean by that. I don't know why I don't know what they mean by that. A buffer. I feel like it. I don't know. Whatever to these. I really don't know what they mean by this.
So
for some reason.
You get to get mods and
input buffering is just making the inputs easier. When was it difficult? When were the inputs difficult? Maybe that's why I don't get it. Nike, thank you for the 8 months. I don't get it. Yeah, Survivor's getting 6 new perks soon as well. Yeah, no. As well as the, you know, anti-tunnel, anti-slug, anti-camp. And being able to choose their own maps. As I said, it's mask off for the devs. They've finally, you know, I mean, I knew it all along, but and so did a lot of you guys. I don't know how the Survivor side, you know, the Survivor tribe of DBD are gonna like mental gymnastic this into. The devs are so killer bias. They probably will somehow. I just don't know how they're gonna do it. Wow. So yeah, they've nerfed his Hinder. How badly? Yeah, that was his best thing, weren't it? Weird. I wonder why they've done that. Why have they nerfed his Hinder? Actually, let's see. When it comes to clown power, his purple bottles see much more use than his yellow ones across all skill levels. See, this is what I mean. This is what I mean, by the way. When they nerf something to force you to use something else on Killer, but with Survivor, they just buff everything. Do you see? This is what I mean. Do you get it? Like, this is what they do. Survivor, we see that people are not using keys and maps. Oh, no, actually, wait. It's the way they word it. So if Killer were not using keys and maps, they'd be like, oh, Killers are using too much of Medkit and what's the other one? Torch. So we've nerfed these, so people will go to the keys and maps, you know, blah, 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 blah. And then when it's Killer, it's like, oh, they're using too much of, you know, this, right? I said it but like the exact same way both times, but you get me, right? Like, but when it's with Survivor, they're like, oh, these weren't used enough, so we're buffing them so people use them more, right? But they keep the other stuff just as strong. There's no nerf to flashlight here. There's no nerf. There's no nerf to medkit. Is there? There's no nerf. So they're just buffing. But if this was killer, they would be nerfing medkit and they would be nerfing torch. And these buffs would be way more minor because you're forced to use these because now these are better. You see, look, they're doing that with clown. They're doing literally what I said with clown. Oh, you're using too much hinder? Okay, well, fuck you. Now we're using invigoration because we're forcing it on you. We are destroying or hurting hinder, so we force invigoration. See, this is what they do. I told you. I fucking told you. Bro thinks it's a one-on-one comparison. It's a perfect example. You can metal gymnastic as much as possible if you want. I don't care. It's a perfect example of what I'm on about. It's literally what they do. I've seen the patch notes for years on this game. It's what they do. If something, and it is a one-to-one example pretty much, if something's used loads on killer, they don't buff other things to give them more options. They nerf the fuck out of that, so you have to go to other options. Do you not see it? Now survivors not only can still use medkits, insta-heals, flashlights, still amazing. Now they've got other amazing shit they can use. They can now use maps, they're really good now. They can now use keys, they're really good now. They can now use the Fog Vial, which is fucking amazing. They can use all these things. They're not forced off something. Killer gets forced off stuff. What do you think this clown thing is doing? It's forcing you off it. Why didn't they just buff Invig? But anyway, whatever. But let's hear. So when it comes to the clown's power, his purple bottles see too much use than his yellow bottles, like medkits and flashlights, right? To better incentivize their use, we've given the yellow bottles a quicker activation, a greater speed boost, and wider effective range, coupled with some base speed increases to compensate with nerfed flashlights and medkit. Oh, no, wait, no, it's killer. Sorry, that was survivor. They won't do that. We compensate the purple bottles received a slight nerf, requiring a little more throw control to get their full value. Yeah. So I'm assuming they want to kind of force more invigoration on clown, thus nerfing hinder. Night, increased maximum patrol path length. So once again, yeah, see, this is what I mean. Call to arms were the path length, right? That's what they do. I fucking told you. You'll see it, right? So this sounds good, right? Or they've increased the maximum patrol path length, but the call to arms add-on will do more than this default. And the new call to arms will give you the exact same of what you used to get. That's what they usually do. So now using call to arms will just give you the exact same of what you used to get, or you can have this at base, but it'll be worse than what you used to have. You see? That's what they usually do. That's what they'll probably be doing here when I said the reworked his add-ons. They'll probably be forcing you to use maybe an add-on to make his normal movement speed back. And the range, to get back to the exact range, you'll probably still have to use the exact same add-ons to get back to the same range, or not use them add-ons, and this will be a bit better than base what it currently is. You see? That's how they usually do it. But let's see. Increased path drawing speed, acceleration, and strafe speed. Or is that call to arms? I can't remember which call to arms is. Patrol path length. Path drawing speed, acceleration, and strafe speed. Which one's call to arms? I know it's one of them. Pig finally got buffed. An input buffer lets you have more forgiveness for button press timing, so you can press the button and still get the input to happen. Interesting. Okay. So I don't really notice that on this game, but I guess we'll see if we do. That's why I kind of took it back, because I think I was saying it wrong. The path length is call to arms. I'm sure it does that in acceleration as well. It's this. Increase the maximum length of the patrol path by 10 meters. Increase the movement speed while drawing the patrol path. Straight. Okay, so that is call to arms. I don't know why they've put it as two separate things. That is basically call to arms, right? The maximum patrol path, the drawing speed, and the acceleration. Correct? All that is call to arms. I don't know what strafe speed is. I'm assuming... No, I don't know what strafe speed is. Is that the unit? When they're moving? Big nerf here, I just see, by the way. The flags. They made it basically giving you another add-on for free, basically. But they don't do that. They'll make this weaker than Call to Arms. Unless you use Call to Arms add-on and then you just get normal Call to Arms. That's usually what happens. Anyway, the Cernifax standard spawns slower. So you can react quicker to the flags of Cernifax. But Assassin and Jailer standard spawn quicker. Wait, again, this could mean two things. Are they talking about when it spawns for them to go into chase? Or are they talking about when it spawns and then the survive? Oh, no, it's the other way. It's obviously going to be the worst way in it. It's on about where the standard spawns and then the survivor can pick the standard up and get rid of the unit and get the endurance and speed up. That's what they're on about, aren't they? Yeah, more counterplay. Yeah. Yeah, so easier to avoid Assassin and Jailer. Yep. Added input buffering once again. Maybe that's a console thing. It could be. I don't know. DevNote, drawing patrol paths is an important part of the Knight's gameplay, so we've made it feel snappier and extended its range slightly. Yeah. Making Call to Arms partially base kit. Boom. Partially. They're doing exactly what I said. They are making the base weaker than the add-on you were using. Yep. And then the add-on, when you use it, it'll be the exact same. So you either have the option of having a weaker Call to Arms or using the exact same add-on to get the exact same thing. Nothing changes. We've also adjusted standard spawn times for each guard. In particular, the standards for the 2 chase-focused guards will spawn quicker to help give survivors a little more counterplay during double team scenarios where they tend to be at their strongest. During double team scenarios where they tend to be at their strongest. Give them more counterplay when the knight's on that one survivor. I'm thinking they're saying. Because you can't do 2 units at once. So the only double team would be you and the unit. They already work out of play, yeah. Yeah, when you chase them with the unit. Okay. These all look bad for killer, by the way. I think the only... No, they're all nerfs. Nerf. So let's see. So, insane item, insane buff, quality of life, showing survivor, even though it's supposed to be killer and survivor, but they still show survivor. Some good stuff for console, so you can now play on keyboard and mouse. Stuff for possibly comp to make that a bit easier. It's mainly kind of just quality of life, obvious fixes, some bug fixes. Big nerf. I don't want to say big. Well, it could be. It depends how big that is. But yeah, nerf. Pig apparently's got a buff, right? Increased crouch movement speed. By how much? Matters. I genuinely think her crouch movement speed could be easily 4.4. I don't know why it wouldn't be able to be 4.4. It's like 3 point something stupid in it. What is crouch movement speed for Pig? I'd love them to see the numbers here. I've said this before many times. 3.9. Yeah, so they should at least put this to 4.4. It's still not amazing, but it does help. It could be fucking 4.6 probably, couldn't it? Because you can't attack when crouched. Could Pig's movement speed be 4.6 when crouched, guys? Would that be insane? Because you can't attack. Would that make it... I think that'd push her to like an actual more intimidating level. Yeah, kind of like Wraith. Wraith goes faster. It's not zoom is. It's just normal movement speed, 4.6. Yeah, Wraith's going at like fucking 5 and 6 and shit. Whatever it is. Her being 110. So you think 4.4? I think she could be 4.6, personally. 115%. Increased speed and crouching. In speed. Oh, they're going to do the thing. Devs, if you're doing this to Pig, if you're making the crouch movement speed And the speed of crouching and uncrouching weaker than the fucking add-ons. I swear to God, if you're doing that to Pig, give the same strength as the add-ons, devs. I swear to God, give the same strength as the add-ons. Do not make it weaker than the add-ons. I swear to God, it's the fucking Pig. Do not do it. Increase the speed in which the terror radius fades when crouching. Okay. Increase the ambush movement speed. And then input buffering. I feel like this is something to do with console, with the mouse and keyboard, you know? Because they're adding this to everything. Yes, we know we buffed Pig. Outside of her traps, her ability to... Yeah, she still puts on traps as slow as they did like years and years ago. You know when Trapper put down traps and Hag put down traps and it was super slow? She still puts on the traps super slow. It's super outdated, that animation. Her ability to surprise survivors is as important as a part of her appeal. By increasing her speed and making her terror radius fade quicker while sneaking, she'll have more chances to act on unprepared survivors. Are you just going to give it as if she has the add-ons but a bit weaker, is my question. Is that all you're going to do? I guess we'll see once again because it's all hidden in it. Super hidden. Survivor perks. Okay. Any means necessary. Appraisal. Better together. Built to last. Deja vu. Detective's hunch. Potential energy. Still sight. And streetwise. So let's see how many of these are potential gen stuff. Streetwise is usually used for gens, right? Is Better Together gens, or is that... I can't remember what Better Together is. And Appraisal was usually gens as well. So this is like, you know, it don't have to be, but it's usually to try and get like toolboxes and shit, right? Built to Last is the one where you can get your Commodus back again. Obviously, Deja Vu's gens. That's usually with Hyper Focus combo. That's obviously gens. You can use it on that. And the Streetwise, once again, is usually used for Commodus. When was Streetwise a gen perk? Pretty sure people use Streetwise with Commodus, don't they? I don't really see it used with anything else. But I guess you could say every item wise then. Oh, well, I guess we could look at items then, right? Items. Items, right? That's gen. Okay, and then they're just gens. Detective Hunch shows aura of totems and gens. Detective Hunch, isn't that the one you use with Hyperfocus? Or what's that one? Oh, my bad. Yeah, Stakeout, my bad. I confused it with Stakeout. Anyway, so we've adjusted the values on a few perks that had low pick rates. Is that what you're on about? What? Wait. Adjusted perks. Oh, wait. In addition, we've adjusted perks that affect items to make sure that... What? Deja Vu's in every game. It's like one of the most meta perks at the moment. I mean, I could say like the other ones I don't see too much. Streetwise, yeah, I agree. Still Sight, yeah, I don't really see it. Potential Energy, yeah, not too much really. Detective Hunch, probably the least, I think. I don't like it. I feel like I've never seen this, so 100% to that. Built to Last, yeah, for the most part, yeah. Enemies, yeah, I mean, are they going to buff enemies necessary? Isn't that the one where they can pick up pallets? That's scary. Is that the one where they can pick up pallets? Or am I mistaking that one? Yeah. So they're buffing the picking up pallet thing. You don't see it too much though, but you do see it. It's not like you don't see it at all. And devs. Oh my god, they still are not doing anything with Shattered Hope. Are you fucking kidding me? What a fucking insult that perk is. The least used perk in the video game. Yeah, we'll just ignore it. Yeah, why are they buffing Deja Vu, or why are they mentioning Deja Vu as a low pick rate? What's going on? What's going on? I'm confused. The devs recently showed pick rate stats on their website. Deja Vu statistically has one of the highest pick rates in the game. It is. It's one of the highest pick rate. You survive many mate uses Deja Vu every game. I see it every game, Deja Vu. No, I'm not exaggerating. It's like every game. Sometimes every survivor has it. Well, the mask is off with the devs, isn't it? As I said, like this is only the starting point. I told you phase 2 is gonna be insane, guys. You didn't believe me, maybe, did you? What are they giving Killer then? Hangman's Trick. Yeah, no one uses that. Yeah, no one uses that. Insidia. Yeah, no one uses that. Hubris. Yeah, barely. Franklin's, I'd say. I wouldn't say it's the. I'd say Shattered Hope is used definitely less than Franklin's. Dragon Grip is fucking shit. Adjusted certain perks that affect items. Wait. It's gonna be a nerf, and it's gonna be. Is that gonna be a nerf? But how? Wait. So this takes charges off, doesn't it? I wonder if it only takes one stack, Franklin's, from the item instead of all of it. I bet it does. So you know how they're doing this with the items now, where they're giving them like, what is it? We don't know how many, but they're giving them charges. Instead of it taking the whole item, I bet it just takes the charge. See if I'm right with that. I bet it just takes a charge. Or maybe like 2 charges or something. We don't know how many charges there is, but I bet it's something to do with the charge now instead of like the whole item. Which is like a massive nerf to Franklin's. That's like huge. And that's the only one that I see there, which is actually used. So it would make sense that it's a nerf, not a buff. Because this isn't really used, this isn't used, this isn't used. Hubris. Not really. Sometimes you give it me as a build, but it's kind of gimmicky. This is shit. So yeah, this is the only one what just stands out to me, because this is used. So for me, that one looks like the nerf. Yeah, it's really good versus items, and they want people using items, right? Yeah. Well, there you go. What a patch notes. And we haven't even hit phase 2 yet. We all the anti-tunnel, anti-camp, anti-slug yet, have we? This is just like the taste. This is gonna be fucking well annoying though. Fog Vial versus a 4-man. Fog Vial versus a 4-man. Oh my god. Imagine playing Trapper or like, you know, some Mouse 1 killer, and you're going against a 4-man with Fog Vial. All 4 of them. Imagine playing a Mouse 1 and you're going against the new keys where they get aura on you whenever they're at a loop, and you can't mind game them at all because they can literally have wall hacks on you. And then this one has potential for like super gem rush stuff. Depending on, you know, what the add-ons are and our speculation on stuff. So nerf. Buff, but by how much? Is it literally just going to be like her using add-ons? Probably. Probably will be. Yeah, crazy. Crazy. There you go. There's my little reaction, guys. You'll always get a more interesting reaction here with this stuff, in my opinion. I'm very passionate. I'm very expressionative. And I think for myself. I don't just try and say what everyone wants to hear, etc., etc. So yeah.